and welcome everyone to our second virtual whiskey tasting Hawaii Island Chamber of Commerce Business After Hours. I was very honored and thrilled to be part of the first one, so I'm glad to be back. Yay! So I'll introduce myself. I'm Vanessa Carlson, and I am a program manager with Community First. And we're a nonprofit. Randy Kurahara is my boss, and my coworker is Kim Kobayashi. Community First convenes stakeholders, providers, and policymakers to drive initiatives to help improve the health of our community. Some of our initiatives that you might be familiar with is the Arkuliana Hawaii Project. We also have convened a COVID-19 response weekly meeting with providers. We've been doing that since January. We have our regional health partners that we work with, a community action network. We also have the Advanced Healthcare Directive and the Know Your Numbers campaign, which some of you might be familiar with because you participated last year. So I'm happy to be an employee member of Hawaii Island Chamber of Commerce. I spent the last year as an independent member, which was perfectly fine, but it just feels nice to belong to a business. So thank you all for coming. Just a quick program overview. Please keep yourselves on mute, but then remember to take yourselves off mute when it's time to talk. Because you think after all this time we get it, but we still miss that cue. We want to mention Chamber supporter Kadota Liquors and thank Ryan Kadota for arranging the sample bottles for this evening. We have 5 amazing whiskeys that we'll be sampling with Ryan. I'd like to introduce Chamber President David Bach for 2021-2022. And could you share a few words with us there, David?
Yeah, just to echo what you said, I really appreciate having the event. And Ryan, we've been tapping you a lot, no pun intended, but really appreciate your help on these things. It's nice to have events where people can get together and just let their hair down and talk a little business, but have a little fun. So thank you all. And thank you again, Social Committee. Lynn, you guys are killing it. It's super great to see what you guys are doing. So keep it rolling, and I'm sure we'll keep having success with these things. So that's it for me, guys. Looking forward to the evening. Thank you.
Thank you, David. So a quick overview of tonight's program. So we'll be sampling 5 different whiskeys. Ryan will be going over the notes and, okay, like I know what I'm talking about. Ryan will be going over the different whiskeys and why we're trying them tonight. From past experience, I'm guessing we'll even learn a little bit of a history for each of them. We'll be having a few games. We have bingo, which you should have had in your bag, sorry. Okay, make sure you keep that handy. We will also have a few interactive getting to know you opportunities and Wheel of Fortune-ish kind of. We will be having everyone by groups. So just as a heads up, you can prepare your 1-minute elevator speech to talk about who you are, what you do, where you do it at. Group 1, I'll give you a heads up, and Taylor will also put the names in the chat box. So if you like sample your whiskeys real fast and you go like, did she say my name? You can check the chat box. But first up in group 1, we will have Jace Takea, Lisa Wells, Kehao Amarin, Ed Hara, Napua Christensen, and Ben Mark. And this time I'd like to introduce Chamber Social Committee Chair, the amazing Lynn Nunez.
Hi all, I'm Lynn Nunez from CU Hawaii Federal Credit Union. I oversee the branches and cost center there, so pretty much just member services. And yeah, I am the chair of the social committee. So thanks to my committee members, we've been able to put on several virtual events. Most recently, last month, we did a sip and snip, which is like an Ikebana floral arranging class that was very successful and was a different type of business after hours that we put together. So yeah, this is whiskey tasting round 2. So thank you, Ryan, again, for helping us with the event. And those that want to join the social committee, please let Miles or Taylor know if you're interested. We meet on the 3rd Thursdays at 4 virtually. So yeah, come join the fun. But I hope all of you enjoy tonight's event. Thank you.
Hey, thank you, Lynn. Again, just as a reminder, our first group of presenters after the first tasting will be Jace Takea, Lisa Wells, Kehal Amarin, Ed Hara, Napua Christensen, and Ben Mark. At this time, Ryan, take it away.
Hey guys, thank you again for having me. And I think we had such a great time last time. Why not on a whole with more whiskey? We love our wine, but we love our whiskey too. So without further ado, I know we're getting thirsty. It's Pauhana time. I'm going to go out of order from whatever list we have, and it's my decision. Just there's a madness to my method. Let's start with the powers. Find the powers, and let's go with that one. Powers is an Irish whiskey. Most of you are probably familiar with Jameson's or Bushmills or even the Proper 12, which is another Irish whiskey. But Powers might be one of the best Irish whiskeys you've never heard of. Irish whiskey obviously is from Ireland. It is made from malted barley, just like Scotch is, but it goes through a little different, process in terms of manufacturing. They don't use the peat to roast the barley or to, obviously you don't get those peaty, smoky notes from Irish whiskeys. But you get a wonderful color if you're looking at it, real golden, darker hues than a lot of whiskeys. If you nose it, you get a lot of citrus, you get some vanilla, butter, spice, cinnamon, baking spice. I think it's got a little more character than some of the Irish whiskeys out there, especially on the entry level. And, let's just taste to begin with. Great mouthfeel, easy entry. You get some of that sweetness. You get some of that maybe like apple pie, cinnamon, buttercream, vanilla, a little bit of heat on the tip of my tongue, but maybe because it's a little bit warm out here today, that would be softened with like a little bit of water, or, if you put it on the rocks. Just a really enjoyable, easy drinking Irish whiskey that has lineage going back over 200 years to a gentleman named James Power that built a distillery in John's Lane. And I think he was a whiskey enthusiast, so he kind of built his own distillery, and it kind of just grew from there. And what they do differently from a lot of other distilleries is they take away more of the tops, heads, and tails from their distillate. So those are the what we don't want to drink. If you watch those moonshining shows, you got to get rid of the heads and the tails, because those are the more toxic parts of the original distillate. And they put it into mostly second and third fill American oak barrels, giving it a richness, but also mellow tones to it. But that's why you get those cinnamon, those spicy notes from the charred American oak. So what do we think about this? Any comments?
It's really good, Ryan. I have a question.
Yeah.
Why did the Irish not adapt to burning peat like the Scots, given that they're right next door to each other?
That's a good question. I'm not sure if it's a. I'm not sure if they had more access. That's a good historical question.
All right, I'll Google it.
We'll look into that.
I will say I do like this better than the Proper 12.
Oh, well, thank you. I'm glad to hear that. I think it does. I don't know, makes the Proper 12 for oh shoot, what's his name? But it's
McGregor.
Yeah, for McGregor. I mean, but it is a different distillery that's making it to their specifications. But you get good bold flavor, but it's not overwhelming. And then if you wanted to take a step up from this, they have a Three Swallows, they have a John Lane, and then they're affiliated with the Middleton distillery as well, which is a super premium Irish whiskey that some might be familiar with.
What's the best temperature usually to drink these at, out of curiosity? Is it
Um,
room temperature, or do you chill it a little, or?
I think our room temperature, like most things, is probably a little warm, considering that room temperature in Ireland or Scotland is, probably more in the 60s. So, I always have a little bit of ice on hand just in case. But, depending on the time of year in Kentucky, you're tasting whiskey that it can be 50 degrees or 40 degrees room temperature, or it could be 80 or 90 degrees. But it's just, that's why it's a little water, a little ice can, there's nothing wrong with putting in the fridge for a little while, like with our wines. I think it's personal preference. But I think a warmer temperature will bring out more of the alcohol because of, the science there, and, the scientists in the room will be better to address that.
What about the spices? Will the spices come out more in different temperatures as well, or?
I believe mostly alcohol, but I believe, yes, I think some of those brown spice notes, but also if you add like with any whiskey, adding a little bit of water interacts with the oils and those flavors and allows the whiskey to bloom within the glass, which I will do a little bit right now.
I was gonna say, how much water do you add?
You add a drop just to start, and already like more of that orange, those aromatics. And then if you throw an ice cube in, obviously, it'll melt and it'll just change the complexion of the whiskey.
Can I just say, Ryan, somebody who's never really enjoyed whiskey, so I was very intrigued by tonight. Everything you just described was everything I could taste, but I could never eloquently say it. So like everything you mentioned, like the cinnamon and the buttery, and it's like all those things I was thinking, but it all makes sense. So thank you.
And there's a little bit of heat, but like I say, like it's a very palatable whiskey. It's very easy to drink, and unfortunately, I've had I could sit at a table and drink a few of these, and it just goes down really nicely. So I thought it was a nice one to start with, and a nice introduction into our tasting profile tonight.
Yeah, actually, I just added a little water myself, and it just made it like that much better. So I like it with just a tiny bit of water.
A little bit of water. I'm glad to hear that. But I don't want to take away too much time from people's talks as well, so I don't want to go too far over. So I'll pass it back to the MCs of the evening. And if there are any questions, they can type them in or pass them on to Taylor. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Ryan. I echo Kehao. I wouldn't know how, I don't know how to talk about whiskey. I just, like brought up, it's good. Is that good enough? But that was great. Thank you very much. We're now ready for our first round of elevator speeches. So first up, we have Jace Takea.
How's it going? Is it echoing, Dennis? There we go. Still going? Oh, hang on, guys.
We can come back to you.
There we go.
Oh, there you go.
Okay, my name is Jace Takea of Eclipse Effect Events. I do DJ, MC, sound and lighting, and also virtual events. And right now, I know with the scale backs in events, we've been keeping up with all the information on the scale back of events. So if anybody needs just some ideas and advice on how to do things with the scale back on events, we can also provide that for people too. But yeah, thank you very much. Thank you, Ryan, for doing another one of these whiskey tastings. So looking forward to all the good whiskeys we have here tonight.
Thanks, Jace. My new drinking buddy, Lisa Wells.
Hi, everybody. I'm Lisa. I live in Waimea, and I'm one of the remote observers for the Canada-France-Hawaii telescope. And I was here for the first one. I'm also a member of the committee, and it's been fun getting to know everybody. I finally got to meet everybody this week, finally, yay! So it was good to meet everybody. And I'm just having fun. So we'll see how the rest of this goes.
Thanks, Lisa. Okay, how?
Hi, everybody. Okay, so I'm a new member. I just recently joined the board. I'm also new to the Big Island, just moved here in March, right at the beginning of COVID in 2020. I just purchased a home in December up in Curtistown, which I absolutely love. So you can't get rid of me quite yet. My day job is the director of our home design centers for HPM across the state of Hawaii. So here in the region of Hawaii, as well as across the rest of the state. And also our HPM Homes program. If you have not been into our Hilo Design Center recently, it's a good time to come. We've got cabinets, countertops. We are launching, you're going to be the first to know that we're launching our brand new flooring program and window coverings. So if you have been dying to put floors and window coverings in your home, we have 2 dedicated team members that we're launching them in September. Well, we're launching them this month, but the program will be launched in September, and that's full custom installation, personalized service. And that's what our company is hoping to do for our homeowners, and both those that are new and new homeowners and those just renovating. So 2 more great things happening in our showroom. So we'd love to see you.
Ed Hara, Europe.
Hello, everybody. Aloha. Thanks, everybody, especially the committee, for putting this on. This is my first time drinking this whiskey, but so far it's been good. Anyway, I'm with Hawaii Printing and Instant Sign Center in Hilo. We're right next to Napa Auto Parts on the Volcano Highway. So, and I'm not there most of the time because I'm kind of semi-retired. But our team made up of Janet, Georgie, June, Shelly, Kristen, and Derek can help. Whatever printing, signs, banners, that your project entails. So anyway, thank you again. Bye.
We had a newbie with us. Is Napua Christensen on? I don't think I see her. No, okay. Benjamin Mark.
Benjamin, Ben, Benny, B Squiggle if I'm signing my name. I am with Pico Arts. I do freelance management, marketing, and bookkeeping support for small business. I also sit on 3 chamber committees, all of which met today, economic development, membership, and then this one being the best one, social. I also this last year started doing fused glass work, which is what's behind me, and is going to be one of the prizes tonight. So that's exciting. And happy booze. I'm excited to see a baby on a couch. Takes me back to drinking in Wisconsin, bringing the kids to the bar. Welcome, little one. That's all. Have fun.
And now I volley to Mary.
That means Mary has to unmute. We're playing with creating the right size stage here, and we're not doing a very good job of it. So I'm just going to be the top of the head, you know? So my agenda says that now we're going to have the first whiskey tasting, but we already did the first whiskey tasting. So I'm guessing that means we're doing the second whiskey tasting because I took off my shoes. I can count. All right. Ryan, save me.
All right.
Please give me something.
Okay. Please put your shoes back on. Kidding.
We're not stamping grapes?
No, we're not. No. You don't want to put your feet in the mash tun. That's for sure. It's like
I'll never forget going to. I went to see the Jack Daniels vintner, and that mash room was horrible aroma. Oh
yeah,
my goodness.
Well, you know, it is rotting cereals. So
right. That's what
but
the guy
also
said.
good.
You know, when you leave Cheerios out too long.
Okay, next one on the list. You know what? It was a toss up. So let's go with the Bradshaw. The Bradshaw bourbon.
This is a cool.
So maybe some of you did, maybe some of you didn't. The NFL Hall of Famer. A lot of celebrities are making booze, like from tequila to whiskeys to rum. Terry Bradshaw has jumped in and has created this Kentucky bourbon. And obviously most of you know him in his football career. They do have a TV show now, a reality show. And we did have the pleasure of meeting him. He did do a visit here to do the Big Island launch for the Bradshaw bourbon. And it is a 2-year whiskey, which doesn't sound too old, but you know what matters is what's in the glass. So when you pour it, you immediately get you get a little woody vanilla note. You get that young kind of bourbon note, which I actually enjoy. I mean, I've had a number of bourbons from, the young bourbons to 20-year-old bourbons. And this it smells fun. It's fresh. It's like young oak. You taste it, but that's the main thing. There's a little heat to it, I think, because it's a young bourbon. Also because it is bottled at 103.8 proof, which is 51.9%, which apparently is his career passing percentage. So I'm assuming that was a choice that they made, because you can water it down, or you can release your bourbon at whatever proof you want. Which is, 103 is not super hot, but it is warm. It is warm, but after having a couple swigs of the Powers, it tastes nice on my palate, and it does benefit from a little bit of water as well. Why did I pick such a young bourbon, or a bourbon that is a celebrity bourbon? I was skeptical at first, but meeting him, obviously he's a great guy. He's really fun, and just tasting the bourbon, it kind of sold me. And I could definitely bring it into the shop and get behind it. Also, just watching what reviews have come out from it. There's this gentleman named Fred Minnick, who's one of those. He's a bourbon influencer. Like he can push the needle on bourbons, and he just recently, or not recently, but when this came out, reviewed it, and he rated this bourbon blind. He did a blind tasting, and rated above such notable stalwart bourbons like Eagle Rare 10-year and Old Forester Statesman, which are two of my favorite bourbons, just off the top of my head. So he blind tasted it, and this one came out on ahead of those two. So I think this bourbon has a future, especially as they become older and they get a little more traction and more mileage. When they start releasing older with more age and different variations of it. But just a really easy drinking, delicious bourbon. You get a lot of wood notes, I do admit, but with a little water, it does mellow out. In fact, I'm going to add a little water to this one. Comments, questions?
Hey, Ryan, I'm not a whiskey drinker, but what is the difference between bourbon and whiskey, or is it all interchangeable and the same?
So all bourbon is whiskey, not all whiskey is bourbon. So Irish is whiskey, Scotch whiskey. Whiskey, I believe, is anything distilled from a grain that is aged in wood. And I don't think they specify what kind of wood it is. I don't think it doesn't have to be oak, or it doesn't have to be, but it just has to be some kind of wood vessel. So it can be rice, it can be corn, rye. I believe it has to be a cereal though, or grain. So obviously sugar cane, rum is a different animal. Grapes would be a different animal. So bourbon, by definition, has to be 51% corn in the mash, and then you can add either wheat, rye, or barley, or rice sometimes to that rest percentage. And that is your baseline for bourbon. To be Kentucky bourbon, I think you have to have a minimum of 2 years in oak, or in virgin, newly charred American oak is Kentucky bourbon. I take that back. I think all bourbon has to be a newly charred American oak. So there are rules for bourbon. So they can call other things whiskey or American whiskey if you're using used oak or second time, second fill, or reusing it. It gets to be complicated. But with bourbon, I believe you have to use, new oak. So that's why on the marketplace, there's a glut of bourbon barrels. They have to be a certain size. So they get sent off to Scotland. They get sent to Mexico. People are starting to put more wine in them. They're trying to figure out ways to use these bourbon barrels, because you only can use them once for bourbon. But you can use them many times for, like, say, Scotch or for tequila.
And Ryan, do these age in the bottles as well once they're out?
Oh, no. Once they're out of the barrel, they don't age. They don't get any better. If you have an old whiskey, it's probably not being attributed to being old or getting better in the bottle, like how wine would. It probably was just better when they bottled it. They're probably making better product at a time, or that was from a better batch, or from a better, I've had like some old, if you've been in the shop, you've seen those old decanters on the shelf, on the top shelf, and wondered what they are. Most of them are old Jim Beam decanters from the 60s and 70s. Some people don't want the whiskey in them, and a lot of them still have whiskey and are in pretty good shape. So we've taken the whiskey out, and I've tried it, and it's just regular Jim Beam. I think it was 86 proof, 4-year bourbon. It was amazing. It was delicious. It's some of the best Jim Beam I've had, but it does not compare to, it doesn't taste anything like what you get now with the white label on your shelves at your retailer. I think it was just maybe they're using older whiskeys, or because the bourbon boom is relatively new phenomenon. With your Pappy Van Winkles and your Blantons and all these whiskeys, your Wellers fetching hundreds, if not thousands of dollars. 20 years ago, you could get them, almost anywhere for under $100, because there wasn't a demand for them. Like how Japanese whiskeys weren't as popular, a decade ago as well.
I will, if I can say, I could use it, I think, a little older. So maybe in a couple of years after it's mellowed a little bit. And that is saying, as someone who is ride or die Pittsburgh Steelers, at this moment in time, I'm not loving Terry Bradshaw's work, but I feel like I'm going to steal a line from my husband, who's on the other side of the room, that this is him at Louisiana Tech. We're not quite ready for the Super Bowl yet. So I think I would enjoy trying it in a couple of years and see how.
That's fair enough. I believe they're probably going to put out a 4-year. I think they're just building up their portfolio and, keeping whiskey in barrels, and it just takes time. So this literally just came out this year. So the project was started a couple of years ago. So like with all things, good things hopefully take time, and but we'll stick with them. And maybe one day we'll maybe actually have an event with him. Yeah.
Sign me up for the event with Terry Bradshaw.
Right? Exactly.
Me too, actually, because I would like
my
to meet
terrible
him,
towel.
I saw him at the
Right.
restaurant, but it'd be cool to meet him in person.
Exactly. He's larger.
Ryan.
He's obviously larger than life.
I'm down to drink with him. I mean,
Well,
Ryan,
there's
how
some
much
people
rye is
in
in
this
this
group
one?
that don't know who Terry Bradshaw is.
Oh, I'm sorry. The rye. I'm not sure. I have to look it up.
Seems like there's a lot of rye in this one.
Okay.
I've got nice slices.
I dropped an ice cube in mine and it made it really nice. So, I think that it's time for us to hear from the next group of people. Am I right, Miles?
Oh, I'll jump in. It's my turn anyway, so I'll just jump in.
Oh, Taylor, go ahead.
Okay, yeah, I'll just jump in real quick. I'm Taylor Escalona. For those of you who don't know, I'm the membership administrator and marketing for the chamber. I've been here for 2 years now, and I actually used to work part-time for the chamber when I was going to school at UH Hilo. So it's nice to be back in this position, and then just working with all of our different members and all of you folks, all of our committee chairs. It's been really fun so far. So my focus is on member benefits, working with our special investors, and then also just updating our social media. So Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and then also our website. But I did want to give a little bit of a plug for the membership committee. She wasn't able to join us tonight, but we are striving to increase our membership to 333 members this year. So our tagline is actually the road to 333 membership drive. So that's why you see the 333 behind my background and also Miles's background. But we're super excited about this campaign. And we just want to ask everybody for your help in reaching our goal. So if you can just, if you have friends who could benefit from being part of the chamber, just kind of open that door and share why you like being part of it. If it's networking, educational events, whatever your reason is, if you can just open up that door about membership, and then there's more information on our website. And for everybody who brings in new members, we're actually having a point system. So everybody who has points at the end of June 2022 will be entered into a prize drawing for some really great prizes. So hopefully we can count on all of you to bring in at least one member. If you bring in a special investor, you get a bonus point. So if you need more information, just go to our website. It's all there. But again, just remember the 333, that's what our goal is for this year. And then if you are interested in joining the membership committee, we meet every second Friday at 11:30 via Zoom. So just keep that in mind. But before I go into the game, I did want to take a screenshot with everybody before the whiskey kicks in too much. So if you don't mind, just turning on your cameras, and then you can grab one of your samples of whiskey if you want. Okay, let's see. Okay, ready? Do we have everybody?
Does anybody think these look like urine samples? Is it just me?
If anybody's ever been in the military, they know what this right here you do. You're
Everybody
walking
hold up your urine
to your pee
sample.
sample.
This guy's really dehydrated.
Yeah, yeah, something's wrong.
I worked in my dad's office, so yes, I know that.
Okay, and then I'm gonna take one more, and then we'll also do a boomerang. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. And then let me just do a boomerang, so you can just do something. Let's see.
Taylor.
Yes.
You gotta explain boomerang.
Oh, sorry. So I saw people doing it, but I'm just gonna record you folks. So just move for like a couple seconds, and then I will record you. Okay, ready, go. Okay, super cute. Thank you. I just have to make sure I save it. And then, do you all have your bingo cards with you? So it should have been in your bags. Okay, and then if you didn't already, go ahead and cross off the free space. You can just use a pen, a marker, whatever you have close to you. And then we're gonna do a fun game of bingo. So everybody knows how to play, I'm pretty sure, but Once you get 5 across, down, or diagonal, unmute and say bingo. And we have some really great prizes for all or for whoever has a lucky card. So I will pull up my screen and then okay, can you guys see the HACC bingo? Okay, perfect. First one is Yamazaki Japanese whiskey. So if you have it, go ahead and cross it off in your card. Okay, next one, 333, because we're going for 333 members. Black Velvet Canadian whiskey. Kale Hawaiian volcanic water. Okay. Bradshaw bourbon whiskey. Next one, member discounts. Everybody doing okay so far? Okay. Next one, Screwball peanut butter whiskey.
Ooh.
Is anybody getting close yet? No? Oh, okay. Next one, Mary Vigier Realty.
Oh, now I have 3. I have 3 in 2 places.
Okay, next one. Chevis Regal Scotch Whiskey. Ryan, if I mess up the names, just correct me because I don't know what I'm saying. So if I mess it up, just correct me.
You're doing great.
Okay, next. Vanessa Carlson.
Shut up. I'm a bingo thing.
So I'll just clarify, the logos and the names that you see on your card are the people who donated prizes for tonight. So just as a reminder to please support them whenever you can, or if you see them, just give them a little thank you. Next one, Fukano Whiskey. Anybody getting close yet?
Oh, I'm surprised nobody got a bingo yet.
Rebecca, do you
I
have
have
bingo?
4 in a row. I just need one more.
Oh, one more.
Me
Okay,
too.
don't forget to unmute and say bingo when you get it. Next one, Kadota Liquor.
Got it.
We don't have bingo.
No.
You can't.
Does somebody have bingo?
No.
No, they just had Cadona liquor.
Okay. Oh, sorry, wait, it went the wrong way.
What kind of excitement you caused, Ryan?
What I can.
Next one.
Bingo!
Oh, Lisa.
That was the last one I needed.
Double bingo too. I have it, but you beat me.
Wait, Ben, do you have bingo also?
Funny.
Heck yeah, I do.
Wow.
Okay, so.
But I didn't get there first. Lisa win.
Okay, Lisa, you are gonna get a Manuheli gift pack. Oh, hopefully you can see that.
Oh.
Manuheli gift pack, folders, pencils, and a face mask, donated by Jolie Ng. Thank you very much, Jolie.
Oh, great.
And then Ben, because you got bingo second, you actually get, hopefully you can see that, a Sui-san gift card, $25.
Yay!
Okay, so we're gonna continue. Hopefully some of you, we have a couple more prizes. Let's see. Okay, next one. Pico Arts.
Bingo.
Bingo. Daniel, was that you?
Yep.
Okay. So the next prize on my list was actually these Koa earrings from Jolie. Oh, hopefully.
Probably don't help me. I'll gladly donate it.
Okay. But if you can see it, it's really, really nice. She designed these all by herself. Oh, there you go. Okay, let's see. And then we have,
Oh, I have bingo. Shoot.
oh, sorry, what is that?
I have bingo.
Oh, you have bingo?
Oh yeah, I just realized. Oh, the whiskey kick.
Okay. I'm trusting you, Ryan. You get, okay. So you get a Sui-san $25 gift card.
Ooh.
Okay, anybody else?
Who is it from?
Oh, Sui-san. It's from Napua Christensen at Sui-san.
Right on.
Ryan, I'll trade you some earrings.
I'll trade. That's fine.
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot to mention the people who get the Sui-san gift card. You're also gonna get this. Oh shoot, sorry. This bag. It was donated by Lisa Wells, Canada, France, Hawaii Telescope. So it's a rebag. Okay, and then we have one more prize to give away. So let's see the next one. Powers Irish Whiskey.
Dun, dun, dun.
No? Okay, next. Educational workshops.
Dun, dun, dun.
Ironically, all I need is networking.
Okay.
Or Jackie.
Jameson Irish Whiskey.
I have bingo.
Oh yay, Rebecca, congratulations. So you will be getting, hopefully you can see that, a Manoheli gift pack.
Yay!
And then just so you folks know, after this is done, we'll contact you folks to pick up your prizes, or if it's easy enough to mail, we'll just mail it to you folks.
The concept.
We don't have a TV.
Okay, thank you everybody for playing.
Good job, Taylor.
Oops.
I didn't win, but I was a square on the board, so I'm all good with that. Just saying.
And you were a part of my win, Mary, so thank you.
You're most welcome. You're most welcome. Okay, now if I can figure out, so did we already do, it's time to do group 2 elevator speeches, right?
Yes.
Yep.
No.
Yes.
Oh, yes. Okay. So does that mean, does that group start with David Bach, or does it start with Dennis Lynn? Miles, that's your question.
David Bach.
David.
Okay. All righty. So we want to hear from El Presidente. David Bach, Shioli Ying, Kevin and Ann Cronin, Patrick Smith, and Rebecca Radovick. Did I say that right? David.
Okay, I'm going, I guess. Okay, my name's Whiskey, and I'm having whiskey, so that's going well. I am the editor and publisher of the Hawaii Tribune Herald. I've been the editor since 2000. I'm the longest serving editor that newspaper has ever had, so I'm kind of proud of that. Proud of the work we do there. What I love about journalism, especially in this town, is giving people knowledge that they can act upon. You know, knowledge is power, so that's one of the things we try to do is inform people about things that they can then take action on. And sometimes it's entertaining, and sometimes it's just to inform, or but that's the most fun part about doing journalism in this town, seeing people act after we do journalism. Sorry. The worst part about doing journalism right now is the state of the world, right? I mean, I don't want to make this political, but a lot of people have their own belief of what facts are now. You know, there's a lot of big portion of the country that has its own set of the truth, right? It makes journalism really challenging, but I love doing what I do in Hilo. Really proud of the work. We are the only mass media on the island. And one more plug for us, you know, we're not just the print product, right? We're all the digital stuff. We have a digital billboard network in 7-Elevens and Jamba Juice. And so we really work hard to help our clients succeed too with advertising. So that's my That is my elevator pitch. I will throw one more thing out there. When you get a chance to ask Taylor about her secret obsession about REO Speedwagon, which we learned about before this call started. Don't do it now, but at some point ask her. She'll hook you up. Thank you.
Hey, David, who's that pretty lady next to you?
This is the lovely Christy Davis, Santosha Salon. We'll plug the
Hello.
salon. Why don't we plug the salon? Anybody need a haircut, new do? I don't know what they have balayage. I don't know what that is, but it sounds cool. It sounds like a massage, but it's not. You could get that done.
She comes highly recommended.
Rebecca,
By the whole
Rebecca's a
family.
client. Rumor has it. Rumor has it.
Been doing hair for 34 years at Santosha Salon. It's a great place. Great ladies up there. We have a view of the Hilo Bay. It's an awesome space.
And they don't even have a phone number, so it's like this mysterious
It's like
thing.
a
You
secret
can't.
society.
You got to know the secret handshake. I don't know how it works, but thank you guys.
Okay, Jolie. Yep, go for it. Jump in there, be shy.
Hi, I'm Jolie Ng. I'm from Waiakea Hawaiian Volcanic Water. I run the Kokua Initiative. I'm going to have to connect with David because I want to have the secret handshake for my hair. Thank you for that little speech there. I run the Kokua Initiative at Waiakea, which part of my responsibility is to do community outreach and see what types of events or support is needed out in our Hilo community or Hawaii and see how we can help. So some of the things I do is like, we just did the 33rd annual Richardson's Rough Water Swim. We helped Hilo Palace Theater with their Beauty and the Beast. We did the Slipper Day for Mountain View. We helped walk with a dog, just Hawaii Food Bank, just things like that. So if you guys need anything to help with your events, anything that is community related, please reach out. I'll donate the water or I'll help any other way that I can. That's me. Mahalo.
Aloha,
Sorry, we were
I'm
busy
Kevin
looking.
Cronin.
Good. Go, Commander.
Hello, I'm Kevin Cronin. This is my wife Ann and our daughter Anna. And first off, would like to thank everyone who helped organize this event. Very much appreciated. We're having a great time, and we're excited to be part of this group. I had to alter my elevator speech real quick on the fly because of the REO Speedwagon reference. I get to share a name with the lead singer of REO Speedwagon. So Kevin Cronin, that's good. And great band and great name. I'm not just saying that because it's my name. So, but yeah, Command Pukano training area. I love serving in the military. I love serving my country. I'm proud to do that and proud to be a small part of a organization and a mission that's much larger than myself. And it's very important to me serving in the military to stay closely tied in with the community, because the community are the people in whose name the military serves and fights when called on. So it's very important for me to maintain close ties with the community. And then from a social aspect, this is just a lot of fun and I really appreciate it.
Definitely. Hi, yeah, I'm Ann Cronin and I work for the U.S. Department of State and enjoying maternity leave right now with our daughter Anna, and we're loving being in Hawaii. And she had her first successful dip in the Pacific Ocean today. No tears.
Thank you so much.
All right. So I'm Rebecca Radovick. I'm the HR generalist at Hawaii Care Choices, formerly known as Hospice of Hilo. We are a nonprofit. We're the only hospice on the east side. We cover everywhere from Lapahoihoi down to Ka'u. We have home care. We've got palliative care. We have our inpatient unit, which is beautiful. and can house 12 people. And then we also offer bereavement services. And just to share our mission, it's to improve the lives of those we touch by offering support, guidance, and compassionate care of body, mind, and spirit. And we really do try to incorporate that not only with our employees, but with the community and our patients as well.
Thank you all very much. And then we'll toss this back to our maestro of services, Ryan, for our next.
Oh, that was a lovely musical interlude. We'll have to get a lot of that soon. Next whiskey. Let's go to the Fukano. Some will dispute that it's not technically a whiskey because it's made from rice, but since it's made from cereal grain, it is.
It's right here.
I think we had our. This is ours.
Those are yours and these are mine.
Okay.
But you're welcome to. You just be the leader. Go for it.
Oh, should we mute? Sorry.
Oops.
I'll say it. So the Fukano is from another whiskey or Japanese-based whiskey from Hitoyoshi City in Kumamoto Prefecture, just a few towns over from the Ohishi distillery. If you tuned in last time, so there's a lot of obviously like shochu production distilling in Kumamoto, but so they've taken it up a notch to making whiskeys, which is just adding, like stronger distillate and then aging in casks. What is special about Fukano? Other than being a 5th generation master distiller, the gentleman's name is, I'm going to butcher this even though I'm Japanese too, Shigeru Fukano. He wants to create something that is that every time he makes something, it's going to be different. So this is the Vault 1 Reserve. So this one is going to taste different from his number 2, or so every time he makes something from a barrel, it's going to be a different, whether it's the type of barrel he uses, or how long it's aged, or the type of rice that goes into it. There's going to be something a little bit different to it. So each barrel or each instance of a whiskey coming from Fukano is unique. So that's why they're a little bit rare, and in whiskey enthusiasts, especially ones who like Japanese whiskeys, are seeking them out because it won't come back around again, because each one is a unique instance of something that he creates. And I think as he goes along too, he's coming out with fun labels and things like that to just make his bottlings unique and special. But more importantly, what's in the glass. It is rice, so you get, but it's finished in sherry casks for our whiskey geeks out there. So you get like kind of those fruity notes, plum maybe. I mean, obviously fruity because of the rice, but also like darker fruit from the sherry cask. And then when you taste it, again, plum, maybe like dark cherry, chocolate, maybe even like some cocoa, a hint, probably again from the sherry. But there is complexity there. I mean, it's not going to be confused with Scotch or bourbon, but I believe it's a very interesting, it's quite delicious, and maybe because it's tasty after 3 or 4 shots, but it's something that I could drink over and over again. And let's see what a little water does. Oh, it just makes it bloom. Those aromatics come out. The water adds a little bit of creaminess to it. That's really nice. It's low alcohol. It's 40.5, so 81 proof, which makes it easy to drink. There's spice to it, like a woody, cinnamon, cedary kind of thing going on. Again, probably from the sherry influence. Comments, questions? And I did type in the I think Tracy asked about the mash bill for the Bradshaw. There's 21% rye, 70% corn, and a little bit of barley. This is 100% rice. The Fukano.
So Ryan, the price on the first three that we tried, what can you give us a rundown?
Ours is, I believe, in the low 30s. I don't know the exact price. I'm gonna say it's like 32 or 35 maybe, around there. Bradshaw is at 44, 45, and Fukano I think is it's 100, but it might be on sale right now. It might be 10% off right now, and then obviously there is the chamber discount if you ask for it, which is 10% off. I need a little more. Any comments on this one? Any preferences so far? I know, Doug, we're saving the Scotch for, the best,
The water.
You just want to make Doug wait.
Yeah, we want to make sure everybody stays on board. We don't want them coming in and out.
I know.
This one's nice, right? This has a really good.
Sorry?
Go ahead, Mike.
I just wanted to mention the water made a big difference.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to just jump in here. Not that we're ready to move away from Ryan, but I forgot to warn the next group that's going to be up: Dennis Lynn, Doug Adams, Crystal Marcellus, Mary Beth Laychak, and Colby Mios. But go ahead, Ryan.
Oh no, I'm just drinking a little whiskey here. So
this one's really nice.
And that's from an Islet Scotch drinker. So kudos, thank you. I'm glad I. Oh, and Mary, I just saw something that Burger Joint is closing for the interim.
Oh wow!
Because of the restrictions.
Yeah, I thought that might happen.
I think they're doing takeout only, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes. I don't want to spread. Yeah, yes, they're not closing. They're closing from in-room dining. They're doing takeout only. I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll just drive around with my open bottle of Scotch in my car.
There you go.
And meet my burger. All right.
As long as it's in the trunk.
I do not drive when I'm drinking. I want to be clear that I am cool about that.
For the record, HP.
Yeah.
Excuse me, Ryan, we had a question in the chat from Kale. When you describe blooming, what does that mean?
Oh, it's just like the aromatics, the aromas, the nose just comes out. The aromas, just the water, a little bit of water activates with the I don't know the exact. I don't know if they're phenolics or, for the science people in the audience, please don't hate on me too much. But they're oils and phenolic, or they're compounds within the whiskey that react with the water, and that when activated, just you can smell more of it, and you can taste a little bit more. So a little bit of water doesn't hurt whiskey, despite what some people might like, how they like to drink it neat. A drop or two. Most whiskey is mostly water anyway, as are we. So, although the Bradshaw is mostly alcohol. really like the Fukano. Yeah.
Well, you know, those stealers, they don't fool around.
No, they don't. No, those Louisiana Tech, right? Gotcha, Mary Beth. That's all I got. But yes, I mean, the Fukano is very interesting. That's why we brought it, and I want to feature it because this is a unique expression, and he doesn't want to do anything. He doesn't want to repeat anything, which I think is noble. But for something that we like, it's like, well, why can't you make it again? You know, it's like a whiskey Nazi or something. Wait, that wasn't, you know my reference. You know what I'm talking about. No soup for you. It's like, I like number 1. Like, oh, you only can have like number 5 now. That's what we got. Maybe number 1 will be disguised as like number 11 or something. He'll just mask it. But in essence, whiskey is always changing too, because every barrel is unique, a unique thing. It is, you know, made of wood, so you can't really replicate something to a T. You can just make it as similar as possible. That's why whiskey is an art. You know, your bigger brands like Jack and Jim and Johnny, they have master blenders who take all these barrels of whiskeys, put them together to have a consistent product year after year, so that you have a bottle in Tennessee, in Glasgow, in, you know, Louisville will taste the same as in Tokyo, in LA, in Honolulu, or Hilo, or wherever you are. That's truly an art too, to have a consistent product. So as much as we want unique products now too, like to put something out there that is consistently the same, you know, time after time for the past, you know, how many decades is also an art as well. But I will stop here because we got some business to take care of. Back to you, Mary.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I was just trying to pass the baton to Vanessa.
Oh,
but
Vanessa,
my
sorry.
bandwidth is really slow all of a sudden. So no, Vanessa doesn't even know yet, probably, because when I hit send, it took forever to go.
I have
So
that
we'll just do
problem
this in front of
every
everybody. Vanessa, would you
day.
like to take over?
My bandwidth is always slow. So I guess we've got group number 3 with your elevator speeches. Up first, Dennis Lynn.
Hi, everybody. My name is Dennis Lynn. I am the program manager for HPM Building Supplies' new factory-built housing program, Holly Plus. I am also the co-chair of the Young Professionals Committee here at the Chamber of Commerce. And I encourage chamber members who are 21 through 39 years of age to join our committee. We do a lot of fun activities, as well as professional development, social networking. We also encourage, networking from the professional side on, building business relationships. And so, any chamber member who has employees who are within that age group can join our committee and our events. So let me know if you're interested. And we meet every second Thursday of the month at 4 p.m. via Zoom or at the chamber conference room.
Dennis, you have a meeting coming up tomorrow instead, right?
Oh, yes. Sorry, I'm on vacation mode. Yet we do have a committee meeting tomorrow at 4 p.m.
Not that it matters to me because I'm not a young professional, but okay. Mary Beth Lachek.
Hi, I'm Mary Beth Lachak. I'm the Director of Strategic Communications at the Canada-France-Hawaii Telescope. And this is the last time I get to say this phrase, which means I work for Doug. If you notice me looking to the side, he left because that I'm doing my elevator pitch, but I have a husband here who is drinking half of all of my whiskey and adding his own color commentary to it. As I mentioned earlier, I am a ride or die Pittsburgh Steelers fan from growing up in Pittsburgh, and my job is to explain astronomy to the people. I work a lot with Julie on Keiki Heroes, which is an initiative to provide COVID-related materials to Keiki to empower them and help them kind of understand what's going on in the global pandemic. So that's when I don't talk about astronomy, I'm talking about how kids can be safe from COVID.
Thank you, Mary Beth. As a heads up for group number 4, we've got Doug Simons, Tracy Niimi, Daniel Kale, Kaleo Wong, and Miles and Wendy Yoshioka to wrap us up. But now we're going to move into the getting to know you game. Hopefully you've all had enough to drink and sample, because then it'll be more fun.
So Vanessa?
Yes.
Did we skip Crystal or am I drinking too much?
I think I skipped.
Well, you're.
Oh, it's Crystal.
Because you're not officially
She's
on there.
she's here.
Oh, Crystal, my
she's
bad. Okay. Hi, Crystal.
Hi.
I've been sampling
Sorry,
too
she's
much.
at my house. It's my fault. Go, Crystal,
I'm
go.
taking over Mary Boucher's screen here. It's a takeover. Hi, everybody. Good to see you guys. My name is Crystal Marcellus, and I'm a commercial photographer. Did we have specific things to say, Mary?
Nope, whatever you want to say.
So
More free time.
I specialize in headshots, branding, and architecture photography. So I work with businesses and help them tell their stories through photos. And in the pandemic, I made a switch to working with my husband more frequently. This is Barrett of Work Art. So we do architectural millwork. And he actually helps me with my architecture shoots now. So he's a cheap assistant, and that's been working out really well lately. But yeah, thanks for having us, and good to see everybody today. Take it away, Mary.
Okay. Sorry about that. I should have changed the label under my name. But
Thanks, Vanessa.
thank you, Vanessa.
Oh, keeping me on my toes. Thank you. I was like, I don't see her name. But Mary and I would like to now play with you the getting to know you game. As I was saying, I hope you've had enough samples because that'll make it extra fun. But Mary, if you'd like, we could take turns asking these prompts. I'll start and you take the second question.
Go right ahead.
Okay. So what you can do is you can actually type your answer into the chat box, because when you've been drinking, typing is even more fun. Yeah. Okay. So the quick brown fox.
You're weird, Vanessa.
So first question on the getting to know you game. If I were to break into your house and steal what's on top of your refrigerator, what would I take?
Filters.
You don't have much on top.
That I don't know how to install.
Oh, yours is very
Oh yeah, we've got lots of stuff on top of our egg carton, soft cooler.
Tupperware.
Yeah, we take the soft
Lighter.
Ooh, goodies from Trader Joe's. I'm there. I'm there, David Bach and Christine, and I'm going to learn that secret handshake because I clearly need help. Sashimi knife from Tsukiji Market. Oh, okay then. Maybe dust. Ooh, I'm there with you, Lynn. I am totally there with you. Medication. Yep, I'm there too. Okay, kiln transformer. Ben, what is that about?
It's a transformer for my kiln, and it broke, and it took me 3 weeks to get a new one. So I just had to stare at a broken kiln for a while.
Okay, so Decepticon kind of transformer?
No, just a little tiny chunk of metal. that
Okay.
is
You throw
very
pottery
important.
then, or
It turns
mechanical?
electricity into power.
What kinds of things do you use your kiln for, out of curiosity?
The glass behind me. Can you hear it clicking in the
Oh, of
background? I
course.
just did a cool melt piece
Fantastic.
today.
Wow.
It's going to be awesome.
Okay. I didn't know you put it-
PicoStudio.com.
Neat.
Yes, Miles has it right there. I made that. That's what I use the kiln for.
So like Kaleo, are you really tall because your paper towels are on the top of the refrigerator? Because
Yeah.
I wouldn't.
Like 6 feet, normal.
Okay. Wait. No, Lynn said nothing. Who said dust? Then you remembered was dust. No, Jay said dust. Okay. Mary, you want to go with the next question?
I'm not 100% comfortable with the idea of people breaking into people's houses, but that's what we seem to be about. If a burglar broke into your home and you had to defend it with the last thing you bought from Amazon, what would that be?
5-inch casters.
Chicken feeder.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so because Crystal and Barrett can't type into my iPad since I'm emceeing, Crystal's answer was a chicken feeder and Barrett's was a what?
5-inch steel caster.
A 5-inch steel caster. Well, better to stay away from Barrett's house. Oh my gosh. Stickers, a kid, a baby's something. Boy, we're quite a crew. Cat litter,
Jeez.
used or new. Expansion spring pliers for the LG washer, shoelaces, a book on surviving the Holocaust, dog treats, coffee, a kid's foldable couch,
A tether ball, Miles.
a tether ball,
What are you doing, Miles?
No, that's
a book about Columbo. Oh, I didn't realize you guys had it up there. I'm sorry. Oh, it's because I closed. Duh, Mary, dumb shit.
Okay, next
LED
question.
recessed.
Oh, sorry, I didn't realize we
Okay,
we
next.
still had some.
Nope, I guess we're good. Okay,
In
go ahead
case
and ask
y'all
the next
didn't
question. It's all
know,
you.
I'm Portuguese. Yeah? Okay, good. We got it. So, what's your most frequently used emoji? Everybody look at your phones real quick and then type it in.
Thumbs up.
Oh yeah, that's the one.
Hang on, I gotta
The
move.
cry laugh.
Jeez.
Ryan, what's that?
What's what? That emoji?
Yeah.
Oh, it didn't come up?
No, I can't tell what it is.
Oh, I don't know. It's just like the laughing and crying, but tilted. Well, maybe, I don't know. It's not the poop, that's for sure.
I believe it is actually the rolling on the floor laughing.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Christy's got slug in a wine glass of mud. Wait, that's an emoji? How did I not see that one yet?
More of a sticker, but
Winky kissy face. Lisa. And Jolie's just crying, laughing all the time. All right, Ben, Mark with the cheers. Somebody had Pray, Cry, and Love. I mean, is that like a new book? Is that a movie that's going to star Julia Roberts someday? I'm just asking. Heart emojis. And face palm. Yeah, my husband does that a lot with me. Just, you know, I don't take it personally though. Mary, back to you.
I'm here. Our next question. If you had to wear a t-shirt with one word on it for 1 year, what do you get to wash it in between? Oh, never mind. That's not part of the question. If you had a t-shirt, you had to wear a t-shirt with one word on it for 1 year, what would that one word be? What would you choose? Dun, 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 dun.
yours would be Papa.
Love it, Vanessa.
I like that one.
Hashtag I got him. Rubber. Barrett said whiskey. Woohoo! Go Barrett. Aloha. Aw, Papa.
He already has one.
Those are good ones, you guys. Okay, next question. If you were to perform in the circus, what would your act be?
Grace. Oh man. You guys must be having a party over there, huh?
Well, I don't know. A pooping problem doesn't sound like a party to me. But it's good to be regular as you get older. Yes, absolutely. Clown. Love it. Not the one that's like in the sewer in that scary movie, right? Okay, just checking. Because that's kind of creepy. Yodeling, Christy. Cool. Anybody else?
Just to let you guys know, we're thinking about doing a lip sync contest.
Yes.
In December, if all goes well. So we might hit up a few of you guys for dressing up, maybe.
Or yodeling.
Or yodeling.
I think we have to hear some of the yodeling, right?
Don't, don't encourage her.
Especially after the whiskey.
Like we got to hear this.
That's rough.
Okay, yeah, and just a reminder from after we're finished at 7:30, between 7:30 and 8, it's going to be a free-for-all networking time, so you guys can cut loose, talk story. If you got to go, you can go, but whoever wants to hang around will be open till 8 o'clock. So just keep that in mind. So we'll put you down for yodeling at 7:31.
And Miles and I are happy to sing along with REO Speedwagon. Mary,
Okay,
last
I think
question.
that's my cue.
Yep.
Kind of switching channels a little bit here. What do you think the secret to a good life is?
Whiskey.
And we've had whiskey together in a relationship.
Very gonna say one thing.
It changed
Oh,
your
no,
name.
autos.
It's just doing autocorrect.
Oh, no.
Come on. It's so slow. I already typed your name and it's
No,
like,
Here's what we take credit for.
My name's worse than yours.
If you guys attack the dessert yet, you know they'll
bless
make my
America.
What you call them, Taylor?
Okay, so your label didn't say the actual name of it, but
Good poop, Jason.
since he asked, it's actually called Slutty Brownies. I don't know why, but they're called Slutty Brownies.
We need the history of that. Sorry. I mean, Tracy, can you Google that?
What did you say?
Oh shit. Look at
That's good.
These are dessert whiskeys, right? So it's all good. Rebecca, that's hilarious. Rebecca says all those desserts are all up in each other's business. We're gonna go ahead and bring
Now it's
Ryan
erasing
back.
everything I typed.
Technology.
Yeah, yeah.
Ryan, we'll bring you back for tasting number 4.
Okay, never mind. I'm not going to say it.
And then group number 4, get ready.
Apparently the world did not want me to say this about you.
We have Doug Simons, Tracy Niimi, Daniel Kea, Kaleo Wong. I don't see Makalani Guillermo online yet, but Miles and Wendy Yoshioka will wrap that group up. So take it away, Ryan.
Not sure how to follow that up, but you know, a little Scotch will help. So this has been one of my favorite Scotches. Yeah, you'd probably say Raven, you have a lot of favorites, and I do. But this little guy is Edradour, and you say it's only a 10-year. It's so young, and it is a single barrel bottling from the Signatory. So last time we did a Glenlivet. This is their unchilled filtered collection. 10-year is where Edradour actually bottles their own whiskey. So they find that the 10-year is their sweet spot. Unchill filtered means it doesn't go through the chill filtration process. So you may notice a little bit of haziness in it, but I don't see any. But it is just bottled at above 92 proof, so 46%. And it comes from cask number 350. So I'm not sure how many bottles came out of this cask, but it is a sherry cask, as you can see from the color and the smell. And the cool thing about Edradour is it's one of the smallest distilleries in Scotland. I believe it's like a 4-man production. So they produce all this beautiful, magical distillate and this whiskey, just four guys just kind of cranking it out day by day. So they're safe with COVID. Although I don't know how big their space is, but you know, they're not gathering for sure. But back to the whiskey. I mean, you get those sherry notes on the nose. I mean, it's obvious. I spent time in sherry. A hint of like cedar, fruity notes like dark berries, maybe.
I was getting a very strong like after taste. Is that from the barrel?
I'll be in for my bottle tomorrow, Ryan. That's very
this
good.
one, you get a little of those. I thought there was some peatiness, but there wasn't. It kind of faded. But I get berry fruits, maple syrup, fruitcake. Not that I've had fruitcake in a while. But yeah, a lot of that is just from the sherry notes. It's a Highland whiskey, so you know it's not an Isla, so there's not some of the peaty smokiness. A lot of spice though. I want to say Oloroso sherry maybe, versus like a dessert sherry or.
That is different from up here.
You know it's a Scotch. It's complex. It's rich. You're saying something about notes, Lisa, from the barrel?
Yeah, I wasn't sure. I'm like when I first tasted it, it had a very strong like finish, and I wasn't sure what that was from because maybe my palate isn't as good as some.
No. But I mean, it shouldn't be too hot at only 86 I mean, 46% at 92 proof. I mean, it's not like it's not barrel proof or anything or cast strength. I did add a little bit of water, and all of that went away. It became a little creamy, actually. I think this with an ice cube would just be decadent and dangerous. So this is the natural color. Some distilleries, when they're making their whiskeys to make it look the same, obviously again, will, and I don't believe it's illegal to add coloring to certain scotches, especially the blends, obviously. But this one is a natural color, so that's all from the sherry cask. So I'm guessing it's a younger sherry cask that it came from. A little bit lighter on the finish, so it is a young whiskey, but it has a little bit of some of those bright notes too.
Ryan, this is a good one. How much does something like this go for?
I think it retails for about 100, but you know that you have a 10% off discount with the chamber. And again, it is from a single barrel, so you know, so each of these barrels will be a little bit distinct, even though it comes from the same distillery and probably maybe from the same batch. But each one will have a slightly different, have different nuances to them because of where they may have been stored, or just, you know, how the barrel was made, the, you know, the cooperage, and just things like that. So 350 will be slightly different from 351, even if they lay, you know, next to each other in the aging warehouse. Excuse me. But I enjoy Edradour ever since I was introduced to them. They have one called, they have a 12-year that's even darker than this. So I think it's called Duncan MacLeod or something like that. It's super, super sherried, a little sweet if you like that kind of style. It doesn't come out all the time. And whiskeys are harder to get nowadays because of our global climate, but we do what we can here on the other side of the world, and the you know, another island group. Hope you're enjoying it. Doug, I still don't have I don't have an answer in terms of why the different feel. I just know that Irish whiskeys, what I read was they use unmalted barley, and and then Scotch, they use more malted barley. So Irish whiskeys are a little sweeter in that regard because of the unmalted barley. And they'd use their roasting technique is more in you know, with, but it's actually, Irish whiskey is supposed to be older than Scotch. That is what I read also.
I figure at least one war must be attributable to the difference in recipe.
Yeah. So
they take their booze pretty seriously over there.
Right. No, it could be something that they wanted to like do themselves, or yes, that would be a good. That'd be a good paper. Hope you're enjoying this one. The next one is more of a fun kind of dessert, or just, you know, for enjoyable, not to ponder, just to enjoy. But this one to me is serious Scotch, or just something you can enjoy. You don't have to think about what you drink.
That was a good one too. Of course, it would make sense that I'd like the $100 ones. Now I got to just buy it without my husband knowing about it.
The slippery slope is it is. But we have all kinds of things, Vanessa.
Yeah, but these are good.
Yeah.
I'm okay with spending the money. I you know, when it's good, it's good. I just have to Lucky my husband doesn't drink. Whew, he'll never know.
There's a good story behind it too, which is always nice as well.
Oh yeah?
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, you know, small distillery,
Yeah.
with a few guys making
Okay,
it.
yeah.
It comes from one barrel. It's not a huge blend.
I have to try it with the ice cube that you mentioned.
Yeah, I think you pour it if you have enough. Then you pour over a little bit of ice, or just one ice cube.
Okay. I'll definitely. Yeah, I need to go shopping. Yeah.
Are we going to start a whiskey drinking club here so I can start tasting some more stuff with people?
I second that.
I don't want to drink alone.
You never will again, Lisa.
Nor should you.
Exactly. We're going to take care of that for you. Yeah. See, the Hawaii Island Chamber of Commerce is just all things, okay?
President,
Doesn't it count as not drinking alone if your dogs are there? Isn't that kind of drinking with people?
Daniel has a very good point there.
I have a cat. I have a mug, wine glass that says that it's not drinking alone if your cat is present. It was a gift
That's right.
from my
That's right. It's
mother-in-law.
not alone if your pet is there.
Ironically, she got me two of
I don't have
those.
a pet either, though. That's the problem. I need a dog, I guess.
Plants count, Lisa. They're the new pets.
You can talk to them.
Okay, I have all my jade plants out in front. Yes, okay, that works.
Therapy plants are the best. You can talk to them anytime. We're ready to bring out group 4 of our elevator speeches. Starting with Mr. Doug Simons.
Aloha, everybody. So this one, by the way, the Signatory is by far my favorite, Ryan. I had a hunch from the color that I would like this one. So mahalo for that. Let's see. So I'm Doug Simons, director of Canada France White Telescope. I brought along 2 proteges tonight. Mary Beth's comment about not being able to say she works for me isn't because I'm about to fire her. It's because I'm about to leave CFHT after 10 years, and a couple weeks I'll be the Institute for Astronomy director. Still in town though. Let's see. So I'm honored to be able to be amongst the last group because whatever I say, you will not remember. Given this part of the program, it's a little like giving tours on the mountain in an oxygen-deprived environment where nobody remembers anything, so I can say anything and it's perfectly fine. And I would simply like to point out that I enjoy these events so much that next year when I'm the chamber president, it's going to be really easy planning for the social committee because we're going to do this every month. There will be nothing else but drinking whiskey every month. So let me put that in as my campaign promise to everybody.
I had a feeling that might come.
Got our vote.
And somebody who's probably very tired of me, Tracy Neeme.
I'm like sitting like about, well, I guess I should say I'm sitting 6 feet away from Dennis with his speaker, so I gotta wait until he mics his stuff. But hi everybody, my name is Tracy Neeme. Like Crystal, I am actually also a photographer, but I consider myself kind of a photographer and videographer now. I am currently the project lead for the Arculiana project. So it's I basically, long story short, I work for Vanessa. Long story short, that's kind of what I do. And if you guys haven't seen the Arculiana signs, or if you guys aren't familiar with the whole project, just take a look around the island and look for one of our signs. And basically, we're a PSA project to help encourage stopping COVID-19 from spreading across our community. So yeah, that's a little bit about me. Thank you guys for putting this together. Whiskey is one of my favorite things, and is definitely one of the things that I feel like I enjoy in life, other than teasing Jace about his poop. Well, other than that, thank you, everybody.
I have a new thing to tease Jace about now too. Okay, Daniel Kale, what school you grad?
I went grad the kind Kamaker. So I'm the general manager for Prince Cleo Plaza. We don't really have a elevator speech except for please enjoy the mall. Thank you for the chamber itself who helped said some testimony for us for our House Bill 499, which was kind of a bill that we had kind of pushed for because we're trying to get a lease extension. So I appreciate the chamber giving us some support on that. So I appreciate all the members and the board that was kind enough to put in some comments for us. So thank you very much. I have no elevator speech for our mall except to say thank you to the chamber for supporting us and supporting our bill.
Kaleo Wong, what school you grad?
Imua Kailua. Kailua High. Operations manager at Prince William Plaza. Thank you for having this event. Dan, I'm gonna call in sick tomorrow. But yeah, it was great. Wouldn't mind doing more of these.
You can join the social committee. We're a fun group. I'm part of it, in case you were wondering. Tell Makana she missed out. And
I will.
Last but not least, we have Miles and Wendy Yoshioka, and I'm pretty sure you guys grad from Hilo High.
77, 79.
So, well, I want to go first because I don't want to be last. So I'm more commonly known as Miles' wife, but I'm Wendy. I'm a retired state employee. So every time y'all pay your taxes, I am very grateful to all of you. So I can retire, I can enjoy my retirement. But my main job tonight is to be his designated driver. So he's safe, I'll drive.
Everybody needs a rock. I got mine. Yeah, really, we want to thank you guys for being part of this. It's been a challenge putting on events, kind of wacky events this whole year. And, the fact that you guys show up and support it really does mean a lot to the committees that put them on and Taylor and I. It's the validation that what we're doing is, something that our members enjoy, keeping everybody engaged. So we love seeing you guys' faces. Thank you for enjoying this event. Thank you to the social committee for putting this on. Mary, Vanessa, I guess my boss is here, David, so I guess I can't call in sick tomorrow. But thanks everybody. We appreciate what you guys do, not only your jobs, but we hear about everybody doing extra stuff for the community, your extracurricular activities that really keep this community going. And then that's what counts. And that's the thing that's going to get us through all this. So thank you. We really appreciate it. Out.
So Miles is a loving drinker. I'm an emotional one. I really do love the Hawaii Island Chamber of Commerce, you guys. Ryan, you want to bring us back to our tasting number 5?
Okay, last one. Last but not least, some of you are gonna love it. Some of you might not be your favorite, but brown sugar bourbon. We always have to have a little dessert. I mean, to go with these amazingly, what were they called again? What kind of brownies?
Slutty brownies.
You know what? Don't care what they're called. They're delicious. So brown sugar bourbon. Flavored whiskeys have been a thing. Like, there's all the crowns. There's like all, flavors, like fruity flavors. There's obviously peanut butter, and don't get mad at me if we do that down the road. But this one to me is one of my favorites because it just drinks so easy. And actually it did win like best flavored whiskey like 2 years in a row. So it is critically acclaimed. It's not just like something that we pulled off the shelf and like, hey, it's some kind of like, you know, but it's not the most popular one because I don't think it trended. I don't know in Hawaii, but just taste it. I mean, you smell it, you get cinnamon, you get brown sugar, you get like it smells like dessert. It smells like a cobbler or something that, you know, you want to have at the end of the evening. And you taste it, sweet. You barely taste any alcohol heat. If that's not your flavor, if that's not your palate profile, then it's okay. I could see that, you know, and it's not your typical cinnamon whiskey. You know, it's, to me, it's a little bit more refined. It's like toned down than like, I don't know who's had Fireball, but a little more toned down. It's more on the dessert side. But this is something you could have fun with as shots, apparently, like, or sipping. Apparently with a little lemon, it's delicious. I don't know for a fact. They say you can make whatever you'd make with your typical bourbon with this. It'll be sweeter, obviously, but it could be fun from an old fashioned to a Manhattan. But also, I could see this, like, you know, in cooking or in baking. You know, get some apples. You know, put this in it. Bake your apples. You'd have, you know, like during the holidays, you already have your cinnamon and your spice flavors going in. You know, I don't know if you can put it on top of ice cream, but I would try it. You could probably put it in coffee if you like that flavor in your coffee. It's just, I think it's versatile. It's a fun thing to have.
Barrett wants to know if it's Southern Comfort.
You know what? I haven't had Southern Comfort in ages. It maybe it's derivative. I'll be honest, I haven't had Southern Comfort in a very long time. And so it's not so much about smelling it. It's just easy to drink. That sweetness just makes it easy to go down. It is 30% alcohol, so 60 proof, not so low weight. And there is out there a 103 proof version of this, so I think they're trying to keep up with that Fireball crowd. But to me, this is good enough. It's just something fun too. So, you know, at the end of our more serious whiskeys, I like to throw in something fun. You know, we had the coffee one last time, which was well received, except for the caffeine factor. But this is something that just, you know, sweet and fun, and kind of like me. That's the whiskey that, yeah, I'm a corny drunk. Sorry.
You got to recap on the caffeine.
Ryan, could you recap the part about caffeine, please?
Oh, the last time we did the last whiskey tasting, we had a coffee-based Irish whiskey. So no, there should not be caffeine in this.
Oh,
but
good. I'll just.
You may get a sugar
Thank
high.
you very much. Permission.
Yeah, I did not like
Sugar
the
high.
coffee one, but I'm not a big coffee drinker anyway. So
I think Mary Beth said the same thing last time too. Yeah, the
Yeah.
coffee flavor didn't win for you.
Right.
Yes, as someone who has a visceral reaction to the taste of coffee where I tend to spit it out, I did not like it, but it was the only whiskey of the night that my mother enjoyed. She's no longer visiting me and is at her house in Pennsylvania. She would probably like this one. I feel like it tastes like an Eggo waffle with butter and syrup, and I have some mixed thoughts on that.
So you could have it for breakfast then.
I could, but it is much better than the coffee Jameson's as the person who hates coffee.
Well, you know, I know that, you know, from experience, I can't please everyone, but we got to find something that will please at least, you know, I don't know. Hopefully find one of the 5 that was to your liking.
You made my mom a whiskey drinker, so I think that's a win last time.
That's a win right there.
Yeah. I can't buy her that one, but for fear that she would just drink it too much. But yeah, I preferred the previous one over this, but this is better than the coffee.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we can't compare the Scotch to this, but you know, just for the sake of just fun, I thought I'd throw something in. You know, Miles didn't want me to do too many straight whiskeys, but
I've done the peanut butter whiskey, so I know what that's more of a liquor in my opinion, but it's still good. But this is, I like this. And I am like totally stoked that in the chat box, there's all kinds of ideas to use it in the food we eat. Okay, so.
Oh, thank you, man. Yes, you're right.
My staff meeting tomorrow, don't tell Randy, but I'm going to have some in my coffee, just saying.
There you go. There you go. I already have ideas for the next one, for the next shirt.
How to cook with.
Like how to cook with whiskey.
Yep.
It's not just for drinking anymore.
That would be a great one, actually. I would love that because I'm sure there's a lot of game, especially some of the heavier meats like venison and stuff that would be great with some kind of whiskey and
Oh, definitely. And then just obviously to marinate as well.
Yeah.
As a side note, Chinese cooks, my grandmother used whiskey in like half of her dishes.
Ah.
Stir fries, everything.
Yep.
Half? Really?
That's awesome. I can see the fire coming up already, right? The flames.
This has like been the best night of the week for me so far, you guys. I'm just saying. And I want pancakes because of Rebecca.
Yeah,
With
I think
this
I'm gonna
over it.
sleep really well tonight, actually.
You know, I mean, I might sleep past 4:30 a.m. tomorrow, which is huge because I'm past middle age, you know, and it's just the thing you do when you reach that age.
I might want some Eggo waffles now.
Yeah. I mean, they make like French vanilla whipped topping now too. I mean, oh my God, Rebecca.
And I was thinking if you added this to your French toast in the morning and that like custard.
Yeah. There you go.
That's a boozy brunch.
Yes.
That is a great idea, actually.
Yes.
The alcohol would cook off and you'd get this wonderful leftover brown sugar taste. Oh.
Yeah, this stuff is good. I'm not, I mean, I like the peanut butter whiskey, but I'm not usually big on sweets, but this one is good. Good choice, Ryan.
I'm glad I'm glad you guys like it. I do what I can.
Yeah, we're all talking about food in chat, and all I have left are pistachio nuts. So.
Waffles? Oh, yeah.
I was going to say, I better not buy a bottle of this because then I would drink it alone. And I probably
and we'd be good. We'd be so proud of you, Lisa. We would.
Just give us your address. We'll come over with all the fixins for
There you
waffles
go.
and pancakes, and we'll be there.
Call me. We'll drink alone together.
Absolutely. That's a perfect solution.
We can call each other. We'll just all Zoom and drink.
Yeah, exactly. Nobody will have to drive. It'll all be good. Well, thank you very much, Ryan. At this time, we'd like to give it back to Taylor for Spin the Wheel giveaways. Ooh, pretty colors.
Okay, Taylor, shall I announce the first prize?
She's muted. Yes. It shall be your banner.
Yeah. Okay, we have a 20-inch personally made quilted applique quilt pillow done by Mary Bashir. Mary, thank you so much. It's going to be a family heirloom. So this is going to,
Yeah, these pillows were actually gorgeous. So anybody who wins them will be happy.
Wow.
Kevin and Ann Cronin. Congratulations.
I think they went to put Anna down.
Yeah, they may have gone to take Anna to bed. So we'll make sure they get it. Okay, our next prize is, you guys have been waiting for this one. A handmade fused glass art by Ben Mark from Pico Arts. and Pico Studios. This is pretty. Great for olives, hors d'oeuvres,
Sashimi.
sashimi, sushi.
Or throw your keys in it when you get home, you know, whatever.
Ah.
Oh, that.
Okay, this is going to Daniel Kale. Hey Dan, you can pick him up anytime.
Yay.
Okay.
Daniel, it matches your earrings.
Okay, next we have a $50 Most Irresistible Shop in Hilo gift certificate donated by Vanessa Carlson. That's their bag. That's the certificate. And this is going to Mary B. Mary Bashir. Congratulations, Mary.
We were trying to figure out why my iPad's dying. What did I win?
A $50 gift certificate from Most Irresistible Shop.
Oh, yay! Shopping, shopping! You downtown Hilo, my favorite. Yay!
Most Irresistible is a new, fairly new chamber member. And then next we have a Big Island Delights gift certificate. Gift basket donated by Dean Fouke and HMSA. Dean said he doesn't drink, but he wanted to give something to the cause. So this is going to Rebecca. Rebecca, you can come visit us anytime. You can pick it up. Congratulations. And then, okay, we're getting down to our last three. Our first one is, these are all donated by Ryan. Okay, Vanna.
I didn't have any whiskey, but obviously I don't know this Zoom thing. There we go.
Okay, it's a bottle of Fukano Vault Reserve #1, the one you tasted tonight. This one's going to Tracy Niimi. Tracy. I can hear all the going on at Tracy's place. Okay, our second bottle is the one you just tasted, the brown sugar bourbon, donated by Ryan at Kadota Liquor. Ben Mark. Okay, 9 o'clock tomorrow morning, Ben's house, waffles, pancakes.
Coffee for everyone.
Congratulations, Ben. And then to close out our whiskeys from Kadota's, we have the Bradshaw Kentucky Bourbon going to Ed Hara. Congratulations, Ed. So bring them to 9 o'clock tomorrow morning.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, that's all the giveaways we have. Thank you all who donated towards tonight's prizes. We really appreciate it. Back to Vanessa and Mary.
Hi, I'm struggling with my battery's about to die, but we'll make it. We'll make it.
And I'm enjoying my slutty brownies.
Oh yeah, the brownie.
Oh, the brownie, yeah.
I wanna get-
No, I don't do chocolate because it's got caffeine, so.
I'll do it for you.
Barrett's taking one for the gift. I said, I don't do chocolate. He says, okay, well, you know.
I'll eat Mary, no worries. It'll go away.
Barrett for the win.
So are we? So we are down to, we're supposed to say, thank you, thank you, thank you, right? That's our job now, Vanessa?
Yes.
Seriously, I mean, it's just, we want to say thank you to, first of all, the participants, because without all of you, we'd just be laughing at each other, and we do that too easily. So, you know, we got to be honest about this.
Right. You legit want to be part of the social committee. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Taylor, we have a recipe question. What's the white stuff in the brownie?
It's a stuffed Oreo.
It's an
Oh.
Oreo. That's why it's an Oreo brownie.
You mean the
Yeah,
Oreo
it's
from the
supposed to be there. All right, safety in brownie world. But back to thank yous. We, you know, as I was saying, all the participants are awesome. Ryan Cadota, it's been said more than once this evening, but we can never say it enough.
Thank
What
you,
you do for our
Ryan.
community
Fantastic.
is the epitome of Hilo. The epitome. It's what makes our world go round here in East Hawaii. See a need and fill it, and that might just be an empty glass, you know? So the social committee, the chamber, Miles, and I just want to put in a plug. You know, Miles is sitting there with this gorgeous woman, Wendy. Most of you don't know, Wendy has done so much in this community. She worked for the state for many, many years in a department that's not always everybody's favorite department, but she showed leadership in that department and groomed younger people to come forward and have leadership roles. She even stepped aside from having a leadership role herself to make sure that they got the training and groomed so that our community would have good leaders going forward when she retired. And I think that that's just really cool. I love you, Wendy.
Sorry, which department was that? 'Cause I don't know.
Save me, Vanessa.
So according to Spoon University, like it's a legit university, you guys. Okay. Slutty brownies are called that because if you think about it, there are a lot of reasons why this adjective would make perfect sense, especially for a dessert as sweet as slutty brownies. It describes something that's easy, quick, and enjoyed by lots of people. Kidding. Spoon University. I want my PhD from there. Spoon University. Okay. Like I bet you they serve pancakes with this bourbon, brown sugar bourbon. I'm guarantee. Yeah.
Speaking of PhDs, a client shared with me today when I was explaining what the acronyms after my name meant. And, you know, there's my proud president, my educational blah, blah, blah. And she said, well, that reminds me of when I took a class once from this young PhD, and she told me that her BS meant bullshit, and her MS was more shit, and her PhD was piled high deeper.
Yes, yes.
Is that, I never heard that before.
That's
I guess
what
I'm-
PhD stands for in the Midwest anyway, piled high and deeper.
That's what we all say over in the contractor world.
Oh, Barrett says that's what the contractor world says all the time. Excuse me, you were trying to be nice, Vanessa, and I just messed it up.
Hey, since Kevin's back, hey, Kevin, look at what you won. It's a handmade applique done by Mary. Handmade.
Oh, wow. Very cool.
So Kevin, what's really
Exciting.
significant about this, what's really significant, Kevin, is that this is a ulu pattern, which is breadfruit. And when you first learn to quilt, you have to start on the ulu, so you're starting at the foundation. So I think it's really awesome that you won it because this is the foundation of your world at PTA.
Very nice. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Funny how things work out. Yeah, Mary.
Everybody all together now.
Okay. Vanessa's ready. So this is our freestyle networking event. If you gotta go, thank you for being here. If you want to hang with us for the next half an hour or so, hang around. We'll just talk story.